And you can read the book, and if I can say to myself, I feel this is the best book that I've written, then hopefully readers will feel the same way. Well, it was an extraordinary ride to publish Immoral, and we sold the book in 17 languages. It was an amazing experience. And of course, everyone started asking me, well, what is it like to be an overnight success? And I said, well, overnight, as long as you skip that 20 years and those first 5 books that are still in my nightstand drawer. There is a lot of pressure that goes along with the creative process, and it's pressure that I put on myself, and it's pressure that readers put on me, and rightfully so. Whenever a reader writes to an author, I think there's always that little extra hook in there, because they say, I loved your book, it's wonderful, I hope the next one is as good, and so you're always trying to bring something new to each book, and to sort of raise the bar with every novel that you write, and it is a very demanding, emotional, intense sort of a process, and I confess that every day when you wake up in the morning, I'd probably rather do just about anything else than stare at that blank screen. But you have to be disciplined and demanding, and you sit there and you sort of drag these words out of you, and you reach the end, and you feel like, yes, I've got this writing thing down, and then you wake up the next morning and you have to do it all over again. So there is a lot of pressure, but that's the satisfaction when you reach the end of the project, and you can read the book, and if I can say to myself, I feel this is the best book that I've written, then hopefully readers will feel the same way. Yes, I deliberately wanted a setting like Duluth for the books, and it actually, Duluth is named after Jean-Paul Duluth, so you have the pronunciation correct. Duluth is deliberately as much a character in the books as Stride and Serena. I think that extremes enrich drama, and Duluth is a very extreme place. Minnesota has very brutal winters, and Duluth has a very difficult climate in which to live, and so that climate influences the lives of the characters, and weather is a factor in the day-to-day lives of Minnesotans, and so that comes through in my books as well, that the characters in the books have to deal with the natural environment of living in an area like Duluth. But I want my books to have a you are there feel to them. I don't want them to be two-dimensional. I want you to feel as if you're dropped down into the middle of a scene, and you can smell it and taste it and touch it and feel it happening all around you. And so I want the settings of a place like Duluth to be as vivid for the reader as if they were standing there in the middle of the blizzard themselves, with ice balls hanging from their eyelids and thunderstorms booming around them. I want them to have that immediate sensation of being in Duluth. And Duluth is the kind of area that a lot of readers may not know. There are many authors that write books in areas like Los Angeles and New York and Chicago and Miami, but the upper Midwest is not traveled as much by writers, and I wanted to give readers the opportunity to visit this very extreme, distinctive location, and I wanted a location that reflects what's going on with the kind of books I write, and the kinds of characters that I portray.